Ooh, ooh, ooh. True faith can be found anywhere. We stood in the foyer of that southern church, seeking an entry into God's house that supposedly welcomed all, even me with my shoulder-length hair and my friend in a shade of skin. A bit too dark for the comfort of those inside. The deacon at the door politely suggested we go elsewhere because a coat and tie were necessary to attend the services. He did not realize how many of the men in the congregation, glaring back at us, had on baseball caps and wife beaters. We never knew that our Father above had a dress code to fellowship in His grace. All those early Christians in tattered rags and ties, but they were the kind that bound their hands together before they were poured to the lion. And in the early church, the only cults worshippers saw were coats of armor that the Roman soldiers wore when they came to arrest everyone for their choice of God. And not God, we both got Sunday school that day in a lesson of self-righteousness and hypocritical behavior. As we continued to gaze and we spotted a sea of crew cuts and pale flesh, several more faces turned to stare at us with distaste. And so we left that so-called house of God. We both decided to worship Him instead in the sunny day around us, with a choir of birds above at a lovely glade with a pond, sharing a sanctuary for our crushed spirits. We were quite welcome there to partake in a glorious ritual without any creature, human or otherwise, looking down their noses at us. We washed our hot feet much like Jesus did, with the sinner in a clear water blessing from heaven's spring rains. We found communion in an offering of worms, sacrificed on the question marks of two fishing hooks, and then baptized in the pale green depths where we captured some of God's bountiful abundance below. We took home several rather large-mouthed catfish that were not quite as wide as the gaping mouths of those hypocrites. We soundly shocked at the local church. We paid lip service to God's greatness, praising the delicious wonder of His breaded and deep-fried gifts from above with much appetite and censor. We found our faith restored, completely far away from all those who claim restricted and not so godly faith, built on all men not being created equally enough for certain believers. God's true temple of worship is in each of our hearts. Form of worshiping by not so saintly saints.